All right, let me move on to number 2, boy. Today, is Google in panic mode? Do you get a feeling that Google is in panic mode? Like, that's I'm a question to you before I share the link.
I wouldn't say they're necessarily in panic mode, but they're looking internally, they're assessing their products, their options, and they're looking at what's happening around the whole tech industry right now. Everything seems to be coming back down from the initial tech boom. So if you were to say we had over the past couple of years, everybody reassessing, people getting fired, people getting sent home, and I mean, over the past month or couple of months or so, ChatGPT kind of burst onto the scene with and right now the whole talk surrounding the tech industry is AI, and I mean, ChatGPT is more or less leading the way, not just in technical people's mind, but the regular person as well, and they seem to have a product that would appeal, not just to, again, technical persons, but to the wider public as well. And Google, they kind of, Google is more or less used to be the kind of go-to person in terms of AI. They used to lead in terms of the voice. They call it the voice assistants. They had one of the best voice assistants, but I mean, the ChatGPT kind of come and blow them.
I'll share this one first. Let me talk about this one first before we think about it, right? So all the companies got listed out by this guy Dan Saffer. Yeah. For some reason I hear his name already. I probably listened to a podcast where he was talking about something. Okay. The layoffs so far for the year from last year into this year. Salesforce 8,000, Twitter 4,000, Meta 11,000, Amazon 18,000, Microsoft 10,000, and now Google just announced their layoffs of 12,000. And it was, I know for sure, around 2018, 2019, and going into 2020, especially with COVID, getting a career in tech was the big thing to see now. Like, get a career in tech. This is the future. XYZ is the case and what else. But the people who get laid off now is the people who who got careers in tech.
Yeah, I mean, you couldn't last year before, you couldn't turn anywhere without seeing a video, Get 6 figures, how easy it is to get 6 figures in a tech job, people showing you how easy it is, you go to your job, you have a gym, you have this, you have that, they make it seem like, the next best thing, but at the end of the day, we had the boom because of pandemic, more people inside, and, the stock prices went up, people were spending, but on the flip side, after the pandemic, everything just came crashing back down, with higher interest rates, inflation, and I mean, with all of that, people's spending power decrease. If people's spending power decrease, your stock prices go down, they start to look to be profitable again, because if stock prices go down, the value of your asset go down.
Yeah, they get a bottom line to sort itself out,
Yeah, and there's no government where, they will twiddle the thumbs. Private, they look at profit. Man, most companies' biggest expenditure is staff.
For sure. Staff perks. You see all that chef and all them kind of thing, and you're getting meals and drinks and all that kind of stuff. I hear Microsoft just cut through all that. There's like, nope, bring your own food, though. Like, you ain't coming here to eat off us and them kind of thing. And I could see it. I think I understand. So one of the things that Google said that they would do, Google has said that they're doing, is that they're cutting their staff and they're going to focus on AI for a domain of primary importance. So watch this article from The Verge, right? As recently as December, we heard Google execs were worried that despite investing heavily in AI technology, moving too fast to roll it out could harm the company's reputation. But things are changing quickly. Earlier this morning, Google announced it's laying off more than 12,000 employees and focusing on AI as a domain of primary importance. Now, what I remember is for about 4 or 5 years, Google has been saying, we're going to start focusing on AI, and everything that we're going to do is going to have AI infused in it. But alongside that, I've seen and read many articles, listened to many podcasts, which have said that the reason they're not pushing it too far is because they're afraid that they will become demonized for their implementation of AI and its impact on society, because they have too much weight on how society goes right now already just by Google search. So Google they have the tools inside, but they're afraid to bring out the sword because they think that people think they will kill more people than whatnot.
I think it is too. I think it is. Who knows? They probably have some of the most advanced AI systems.
That's what I feel.
But these tools are probably not ready for public consumption. It's like ChatGPT. You could see how it applicable to a lot of different functions. Their tools probably, a little too advanced to just not polished enough to release to the public. Because remember that guy last year who got fired.
Who thought it was sentient?
Yeah. So you never know if they are advanced.
But they flexing the muscles in different places. I think their strategy was to flex their muscles in a place where you ain't gonna get as much drama. So they flex their muscles in chess and Go. AlphaGo. They flex their muscles in like playing games and showing that the AI could play the games, and that was creating a little buzz. And I think they were actually getting some sort of segue into, all right, we do AI very well. We started off by playing games, but now we're going to talk to you or some kind of thing like that. And now ChatGPT was like, hey, it's taking long to talk to people. Let me show you how to talk to people. And now I feel they're in a difficult situation where they have to stop and be like, should we drop Sydney on them? Let's call it Sydney, right?
You know what freaked people out about that? It was the fact that they were hearing our voice versus, you just seen the text. I think a couple of years ago, they were kind of showing off their AI, and it was the fact that you couldn't tell if you was talking to a bot or a real person based on how. So that's kind of what will probably let them put
because they had a AI that was able to call a restaurant and make a reservation on your behalf, and the restaurant and the people who were taking the calls didn't know it was an AI because it was saying all the okay, maybe, and all that, and people was like, no, I ain't playing that. I don't want a Google thing. So they had to put a recording at the start. This is a Google AI speaking to you. So the restaurant owner would know that they're talking to that, because they had a big problem in society because there was like an antitrust law cases and all them kind of thing. ChatGPT not no antitrust case and thing. They basically fresh, so they're like, whatever we put out there, we starting on a good foot. Google was always on the back foot when it comes to AI because they always had to be so circumspect about the movement. So yeah, just like you, I feel they have something inside them. And they just can't bring it out just like that because everybody will start to look at them as the enemy. Whereas ChatGPT is the new kid on the block, and you'll be like, well, you are a nice person, aren't you? Yeah, clearly. But I don't know. They're running scared or they re-strategizing.
Well, if you would believe them, they would be re-strategizing. I mean, they send them 12,000 people, and they say the primary cause of that, is to focus on AI, and their AI products. So hopefully those people don't get sent them in vain.
Well, I think, so here's the next thing that the next buzzword are going around with them, right? Now, sweating it out under the lights of ChatGPT, the company is planning to release some 20 AI-powered products later this year, according to the New York Times. These will encompass the top generative AI applications like image, text, and code generation, and they'll test ChatGPT bot in search. Watch this, right? I'm kind of zooming here. Now, so yeah, there's it here, right? Saying that they will release 20, and all the other articles basically saying that same thing. They're looking to release 20 different AI-powered products. I am not sure if 20 is wise. But could it be let me just throw them out and see which ones get backlash, and then we'll pull back those, but the others we'll leave. Because it's real hard to be in their position knowing that you have been working so hard on AI and slowly gauging yourself into it, and then somebody else just come and steal all that AI thunder, because you can't go anywhere without people talking about ChatGPT now. On my lunch table, them asking me questions about ChatGPT.